Hello, YouTube. Active Asshole on Pills here with another glorious rant. Today I'm going to talk about James Yeager's series of videos he's posted recently. I know a lot of my friends on YouTube and Facebook have been talking about this. I decided to just do a spur of the moment thing and just break my pattern of making book promo videos and discussing right-wing complexes just so that I can take some time to talk about this specific thing and how it ties in with the Alex Jones Piers Morgan interview, if you can even call it, well, debate, if you can even call it a debate. All these Oathkeeper reject, Waco loving, Alex Jones worshiping, Turner Diary reading nut jobs. These crazed militant militia movement right-wing reactionary fuckers. They keep spouting about how they're gonna how they're gonna carry through their little Red Dawn fantasies. All I have to say to these people is this. All I have to say to everyone is this. A part of me actually wants them to try that garbage. And not because I want to see innocent civilians killed or anything like that. I don't. Okay? I don't want to see any of that. But a part of me almost wants these Alex Jones groupies, these crazy Ron Paulite loving Stewart Rhodes people, these Huttery rejects, these John Birchers, these latter-day John Birchers, to pull this crap, because I want to see the feds and the ATF, I want to see the FBI come down on them hard. I want them to get crushed. As far as I'm concerned, if half of these assholes go to prison and or wind up getting shot up in a series of Waco-like events, fine by me. They brought it on themselves. My only regret is that I won't be there to piss on the ashes and roast weenies and hot dogs on their smoldering bodies. And I personally, I already know how divisive my stuff sounds right now, but I just don't care. I just don't care. This is how I feel about the issue. I take no prisoners, man. Take no prisoners, because these people have been pulling this shit since the mid '90s, and the ATF and weak administrations have pretty much given these people free rein to do this crap. They've given them free rein to stockpile shitloads of ammunition. They've given them free rein well, they just ignore these domestic terrorists just because it's inconvenient for the conservative narrative for them to actually go after them. It's inconvenient for the conservative movement to go, for conservative politicians to allow the federal government to go after them. It's just, these people are just crazy. As far as I'm concerned, if they go through with any of this crap that they've been touting, all this states' rights, the South will rise again garbage, or any of that nonsense, then as far as I'm concerned, it's just one less Republican free to vote on election day in the next election. And yes, I just did Karl Rove math right there. I went there. This is probably the coldest, most callous thing I can possibly say regarding human life. But the fact of the matter is, these right-wing reactionary fucknuts, these asshats, brought it on themselves. They bring it on themselves. Every single one of them, they bring it on themselves if the feds come down on them. They have no one to blame but themselves. And And the thing is, how anyone can believe that their little pea shooter is really going to do anything against the feds. How anyone can entertain this crap, this fantasy crap. I guess it's no accident that the very militia movement firearm nut crazies also happen to overlap a lot with the libertarian crazies. And there's always that single villain story, that single villain narrative that they fall back on, that they reinforce with false dichotomies that they pull right out of their asses. The false dichotomies, the one about if you're not with them, then you're a communist, or if you're not with the Alex Jones crowd, you're with some new world order abstract placeholder idea of a nefarious character or group or whatever. It's the conspiratorial rant bullshit. Everything is always about the single villain narrative mentality, and they base their whole lives around that. And if they're dumb enough to buy into this, if they're dumb enough to pull this garbage and get their asses shot off by the feds, I'll sit by and I will laugh my ass off. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I am not ashamed to admit it. I will sit by and I will roast marshmallows and hot dogs on their roasting corpses. I will find a place where they got into a fight with the feds, and if they had to burn down the whole compound to get rid of any of these retards, these oath keepers, these identity theology nuts, these latter-day William Potter Gale, Mike Beach crazies, I'll literally go out of my way just to use their smoking corpses after the initial standoff with the feds to roast my marshmallows and weenies. They will be the most scrumptious weenies and marshmallows I could ever possibly eat, because I will know that in a way it symbolizes that I have just eaten my ideological rivals. Physically and intellectually. Intellectually at first, but then finally physically I will have engaged in some kind of indirect cannibalism that says that sort of vindicates everything that encompasses us. Just this, I will eat those scrumptious weenies and those roasted marshmallows without reserve. It sounds sick, but considering what they've done to this country in the past 50, 60 years, especially after, following the end of the Second World War all the way up into today, considering what people like William Potter Gale, Mike Beach, William Dudley Pelley, Timothy McVeigh, and all these other crazies, and Alex Jones and Ron Paul and Stuart Rhodes, of the Oath Keepers and all those other crazy groups, considering all the crap that these Stormfront rejects have done to the people in this country, and considering all the crap that they've done in the service of anti-pluralist crap, just garbage, I won't feel bad. I will go out of my way, and I'm just gonna take advantage. Hell, I'll go out of my way, and if a law enforcement official walks up to me and asks me what am I doing, there after the action's cooled down, I'll have a beer on hand to hand, just to hand a cold one to the law enforcement officer and congratulate him for putting these rejects, these dregs of society, in their place. And that's my rant on this. And again, please subscribe. This is Active Asshole on Roids, formerly Active Asshole on Pills.